some cars don't just lose value, they completely ruin people financially. And right now, all over TikTok, owners are exposing the cars they regret buying the most. These are vehicles people thought would last years, only to end up stranded on highways, hit with repair bills they couldn't afford, or stuck making monthly payments on cars they're scared to drive. And what makes this even crazier is that some of these vehicles are still heavily recommended online. People are still buying them every single day. And the number one car on this list? Owners are calling it one of the biggest financial mistakes they've ever made. 5. Jeep Wrangler. People don't buy Jeep Wranglers because they want normal transportation. They buy them because Wranglers sell freedom, the removable roof, the doors off in the summer, the off-road lifestyle. For a lot of people, it feels like owning their dream vehicle. And at first, many owners absolutely love them. Driving with the roof off feels fun. The visibility feels different from normal SUVs. There's a huge community around Wranglers, with meetups, custom builds, off-road trips, and social media pages filled with adventure content. Jeep didn't just sell a vehicle, they sold a lifestyle. But then reality starts creeping in. One of the biggest complaints online is something called the death wobble, where owners describe hitting certain speeds and suddenly the steering wheel begins violently shaking. Some people say it feels genuinely dangerous. Videos online show entire vehicles trembling, while drivers desperately try to slow down and regain control. Then there are roof leaks during heavy rain, electrical issues, suspension problems, random warning lights, corrosion complaints, expensive repairs owners never expected. Some owners even reported problems appearing shockingly early into ownership. Pretty bad, right? Well, that wasn't even the worst Wrangler story we found. There are entire forums filled with owners describing the exact same issues. Some say they spent years trying to fix recurring problems. Others say they loved the idea of the Wrangler more than the actual ownership experience. And what makes this worse is that Wranglers are not cheap anymore. Many newer models cost luxury car money once options are added, which means some buyers are paying massive monthly payments while also dealing with reliability complaints. For Volkswagen Taos. The Volkswagen Taos was marketed as the perfect affordable SUV, practical, modern, good on gas, affordable enough for younger buyers and first-time SUV owners. On paper, it sounded perfect. It had the modern styling people wanted, the compact SUV size everyone was buying, advanced technology, good fuel economy, lower pricing compared to many competitors. For families or younger drivers, it looked like one of the smartest choices in the segment. But shortly after ownership, complaints started flooding online. Transmission hesitation, jerking while accelerating, electrical failures, engine problems, sudden warning lights, strange driving behavior that owners said made the vehicle feel unpredictable. And one of the biggest complaints? Owners say dealerships repeatedly told them nothing was wrong. Imagine making monthly payments on a car that feels broken while being told everything is normal. Some owners described situations where the SUV hesitated dangerously while merging into traffic. Others reported rough shifting that made the vehicle feel unfinished. And because intermittent issues can be difficult to diagnose, many drivers say they kept getting sent home without real solutions. 3. Jeep Grand Cherokee. This vehicle sells itself as premium. Luxury styling, comfort, technology, enough space for families. The Jeep Grand Cherokee tries to combine luxury SUV comfort with rugged capability. And honestly, at first glance, it looks incredibly convincing. The interiors look expensive, the large screens feel modern, the ride feels smooth, higher trims almost feel like luxury vehicles costing far more. But then the ownership experience started turning ugly. Owners began reporting suspension failures, electrical problems, touchscreen issues, warning lights, and repeated dealership visits. Some drivers described problems with air suspension systems failing unexpectedly, creating repair costs that shocked them. Others reported infotainment systems freezing, cameras malfunctioning, or electronics randomly acting strange. And when modern vehicles rely heavily on software and electronics, even small glitches can suddenly affect the entire driving experience. For some owners, this vehicle spent more time being repaired than being driven. That's not even an exaggeration in some cases. There are owners online documenting multiple dealership appointments within the first year alone. Some reported long waits for parts. Others claimed repairs temporarily fixed issues only for new problems to appear weeks later. 2. Tesla Model 3. People thought buying a Tesla meant buying the future. No gas, advanced technology, minimal maintenance, instant acceleration, futuristic interiors, huge touchscreens, over-the-air software updates. For many buyers, it felt exciting in a way normal cars didn't. Tesla completely changed the car industry. Even people who never cared about vehicles suddenly became interested in EVs because of Tesla. The brand built an image around innovation, speed, and technology. But for some owners, the experience became a complete nightmare. Owners began posting about panel gaps, rattles, frozen screens, battery concerns, paint quality complaints, and long service waits. Some drivers said simple repairs became frustrating because service appointments were difficult to get. Others complained about inconsistent build quality, where one vehicle felt perfectly assembled while another had obvious cosmetic problems immediately after delivery. And when your entire car depends on technology working properly, even small issues suddenly feel massive. A frozen screen isn't just annoying when nearly every control is connected to it. Some owners also worried about long-term battery replacement costs once warranties eventually expire. Others became frustrated by sudden software changes that altered how features worked overnight. Hashone Range Rover. Range Rover sells luxury, status, and success. For many buyers, owning one feels like making it. The design looks expensive. The interiors feel premium. Celebrities drive them. Athletes drive them. Influencers post them everywhere online. For years, Range Rover built an image around wealth and prestige. And at first, many owners fall in love instantly. The ride feels smooth and quiet. The cabins feel beautiful. The driving position feels commanding. Everything about the vehicle screams luxury. But behind that image, many owners say ownership becomes a financial nightmare. Massive depreciation, suspension failures, electrical issues, engine problems, transmission repairs, repair bills costing thousands and sometimes even tens of thousands. Some owners say they became scared every time a new warning light appeared. Because with certain luxury vehicles, one warning light can quickly turn into an unbelievably expensive repair. Air suspension systems alone can cost enormous amounts to repair once they fail. Electrical gremlins can become difficult to diagnose, and as these vehicles age, the problems often become even more expensive. That's why some mechanics joke that buying a used luxury SUV without a warranty is one of the riskiest financial decisions you can make. And yet, people keep buying them anyway, because the image is powerful. But ownership is very different from advertising. The test drive lasts 20 minutes. The monthly payments can last 6 years. And when problems start happening outside warranty coverage, reality hits hard. Some people on TikTok say these cars taught them one brutal lesson. Never buy a vehicle based only on hype. Because once the excitement fades, you're left dealing with the actual ownership experience. The repairs, the maintenance, the reliability, the depreciation, the stress. And sometimes, that dream car turns into the most expensive mistake you've ever made. So, after hearing all of that, which car would you never buy? And what vehicle deserves to be on part 2? Because, judging by TikTok, there are a lot more horror stories out there.